YouTube and welcome back to my channel. I'm Patty and this is my handmade lifestyle. I go by Patty Magnets everywhere online, so you can just Google me and see all my other stuff. But this particular video is for my YouTube channel that I lovingly call my handmade lifestyle because, you know, we do stuff here that you would make by hand, like cooking and sewing and knitting and gardening and all that good stuff. And today's video is kind of a fun thing for me because I'm going to give you my first impressions on my new KitchenAid, and it's the one that is the lovely sky blue. It's on the right, and I just got it a week ago, and frankly, it was kind of a spur of the moment thing. I was walking through Dillard's, which is a department store that we have here, and I walked through there when I parked to get out of my library in Norfolk, and I went over to check out the homeware section, and lo and behold, they had KitchenAids on sale. They were 40% off and then an additional 30% off. And I was like, that's a good deal. I'm gonna have to really think about that. So I went ahead and did my thing at the library and walked around and thought about it long and hard, and I was like, that's a good deal. I can't turn that down because my older mixer I've had since 2011, and it was a hand-me-down gift from my best friend who is now passed on. She had metastatic breast cancer, and I lost her about 7 years ago now. And so this mixer has been like my connection to her, and she got it in around 2000 or 2001. And prior to that, it belonged to somebody else who was in fact a professional pastry chef for a while. So this mixer has been around for at least 30 years. It's worked hard. It's been a good mixer, but it was starting to have a little bit of a laboring sound when I would run it, and that was a concern. And to be honest, it's not really my colors. It looks like a man's appliance, really, because it's that gunmetal gray. So it's a very masculine looking appliance. And, even though I got to get out there and cut the grass and caulk the windows and do all of that stuff, I still like to be a girl, and I still like things that are pretty. So it didn't really fit who I was as a baker. But it worked. I was grateful to have it because these things are very expensive, and my best friend gave it to me. So, it has that attached to it. However, I was getting concerned about the longevity of the appliance, and I actually bought a hand mixer to use on some things to take the strain off of using the stand mixer all the time. So let's get back to this beauty. So when I was in Dillard's and they were on sale, and let me tell you, I got this beautiful brand new out of the box mixer for $180. Yes, that's less than half the retail. The retail on this is $429. So it was the higher end version. It came with the glass bowl, and it's got the motor with a little more oomph to it. So let's just look at them side by side and talk about them, and you can see how they're different. First of all, the older one, you can see it's quite a bit taller. So the blue one really fits my small space a lot better. The footprint is maybe 20% smaller, and it's not as tall as that one. It's probably 10 or 20% shorter, and that makes a difference in here. The old mixer had the metal bowl, and that would be all I could use because this is the kind where you have to raise and lower it. It's the Proline model, so this is the only way it works, and it's the bowl like clamps on here to this these pins. The new one, it tips up, so now it's in the locked position, and when I unlock it, I can lift the head on it, the motor. This is the motor part. I have to tell you, I've used this a few times to make sure that it works right and that I'm gonna like it, and I really like being able to put this up. It's a lot easier to add the dry ingredients to this than in this little bit over here, because you just have this space. And you think, oh, it's plenty of room. It's not as much room as you think. So this has really been nice. This particular machine came with the upgraded paddle that has that scraper on the side, which I really like. It came with the whip, and it came with the dough hook. So it came with all of that stuff. Plus it has the glass bowl, and I really like the glass bowl. And I priced these while I was in the store, and just the bowl by itself was like $73. So that was a lot of money. And it came with this mixer. So that's everything that came out of the box with this one, and gosh, I really, really like it. I used this for creaming butter. I've made a couple of batches of cookies with it because, you know, cookies are just the easiest thing. And oh my gosh, it made them so fast and they tasted so good. So we will definitely be getting into more cooking for sure. And what's nice is now it's easier for me to show you what I'm doing. I always kind of struggled with showing what I'm doing on this mixer because, you know, I have to put my phone like right into the mixing bowl. That wasn't great. So this mixer, let me show you. It came with I had the whip with that, and I do have a dough hook. It's underneath. And I just had the standard paddle attachment with it. So here's something that was interesting to me. It just seemed like the old paddle attachment was so much larger than the new paddle attachment. It doesn't really look it in the video, but in person, this looks a lot bigger. And truthfully, they're the same, which I thought was really interesting. When I laid them over top of each other, they're basically the same size. The neck is shorter. This is where the big difference is. And I noticed they changed the top here a little bit. Part of that, I guess, is because of the way this scraper thing works, but it just fits better into the bowl than having this, because see how this wears. And this is a replacement. I had bought this from the website, I don't know, maybe a year and a half ago, because the other one, all the white stuff had cracked and was coming off, and so I replaced it, which it wasn't terrible. But yeah, so my first impression is that I love this thing. I'm really, really happy with it. I, to be perfectly honest, would have chosen a different color. I would have gone with pink. You know me, I like pink. I would have chosen a pink or like a minty green, because those are kind of my colors. But because this sale was what it was, the color choices were this sky blue or white or a shiny-ish silver. I wouldn't call it chrome, but it was certainly had more sheen than the gunmetal, and then a bright red. And I went with the blue because I just thought, oh, that's really a happy color. And you know, my kitchen is painted pink, as you can see on the wall there, so I thought it worked well with that. But if I'd had my own color choice, I would have gone with the pink, to be perfectly straight up about it. But you know what? For the price, $180, I couldn't beat it. I'm super happy. I'm really grateful I was able to obtain this. The old one, I am going to go ahead and keep it. I'm going to put it in the box that the new one came in and have it as a backup, you know, just in case. And, you know, I might really get busy with baking and need 2 mixers. You never know. And then I'll have them. But, yeah, that's my new thing. And I'm sorry I didn't do an unboxing and all that. I just wanted to get it open. To be totally perfectly honest, I wanted it open. I wanted it out of the box. I wanted to see what I had and if it worked, because for the price I was a little worried. But it's been a really nice machine so far. I'm really happy. And if you can get your hands on one, definitely go for it. I walked through this week. I was over there yesterday just to, you know, kind of check in and see if the sale price had gone down anymore or whatever. And actually, they were more money this week. They were 50% off, which is still a really good deal, but they're almost out of them, and I still got it for less money. So, yeah, I'm really happy. I don't often get a good deal on something like that. So thank you to the baking gods for bringing this my way, and I look forward to sharing it more with you on the channel. Okay, if you have any questions, drop them below. I'll answer what I can. I mean, it's a pretty, you know, it's the standard mixer. It's got all your controls over here. I don't have any special attachments. I don't know that I would do any of those. I don't know. The mixer, not the mixer, the juicer was sort of intriguing to me, but I don't know how expensive it is. And okay, that's the video for today. And yeah, if you have any questions, drop them below. If you have a KitchenAid, let me know what you've got and what color is it. I'd love to hear about that. Okay, that's it. I'll see you in the next video.